Well, this is week 5.5 on the pond build project, and these guys have had so much stuff going on over here. We've started digging the wetland filter out. It kind of looks like more of a mess than it did before. There's the aqua blocks for the wetland. Look at that. Holy mackerel.
So I'm down here in the wetland filter hole. It's about 25 feet long, about 14 feet wide, and 5 to 6 feet deep. And so we put in a layer of fabric and then a layer of sand to make sure that we don't get any punctures from that sharp stuff in our liner. We're going to come over this sand with one more layer of fabric, and then we're going to put our liner in. And then all of those aqua blocks that John was showing you over there will go into the bottom here. It'll just be one layer of small aqua blocks, along with our centipede modules and snorkel, which are these long tube looking things here. So those go down in the hole in this trench, and then the aqua blocks make one layer over the top, and then the rest of this hole gets filled up with gravel in different gradations. So we'll start with a very large cobble, and then a medium size, and then a small gravel on top.
The more you guys do, the more impressive this thing is.
Appreciate it.
I mean, it's like a swimming pool has not even that, and we have this, we have the rainwater. It's amazing stuff.
Well, it's a lot of work, but we got a good crew here with us, so these guys do a lot of good work for us.
I mean, everybody except for Anthony.
Yeah. Anthony's usually the problem.
I mean, I'm just saying, could you imagine trying to do a project like this on your own without the expertise that these guys have? It would be insane. What do you guys think? Hanky boy? Jackie girl? The emus are always totally interested in what's going on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here out of 6. This is all the rock that is going to go into the wetland filter. So, I mean, this is a lot of rock right here. This is all going to be filtration stuff. And we still have all this rock to put out, and there's some here and there. This is our beach area, and this has multiple layers of underlayment, plus the pond liner. Slate stuff there is all under here, and then a layer of gravel. So this is very cool. We got a little rain in there day before yesterday and kind of washed everything out, which was cool. We're gonna get some more rain tomorrow, and it'll probably fill this up even more, and then this will act to kind of wash everything away. All the dust and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll pump this out, water the trees and stuff, and then fill it back up with good rainwater. Well, we're having a bit of weather here, so Cameron and the boys are talking about, what do we do?
Yeah, rain's coming down now. It's pretty slick out there. Our skid steer's sliding around, but we're trying to get as much gravel into the wetland filter as we can.
Are you guys going to try and dump that?
Yeah, we'll dump that. That's another load there.
Gotcha. Yeah, so we've got all this clay here, which is like super slick. It is what it is. We want the rain anyway.
Yeah, we need it. It's unfortunate that it slows us down, but we need it in the area for sure. I mean, we were complaining about dust last week.
So while they're backing that in there, I'm just going to take you over here and show you what they've done so far. Do you want to talk about it? So you've got about half of it in here now, or 3/4?
Yeah, just about half. You know, you can still see the lower layer there of the bigger cobbles that we started with, and that came up about 10 inches, and then now we got about another 10 inches of this 2-inch rock. And actually those blue dots, Brandon sprayed those on there as our marker to where we got to get the 2-inch gravel up to those dots.
So this is a massive, massive biological filter. If you're an aquarium guy, you think about an under gravel filter, which has a 2-inch layer of gravel, which it pulls water down through. This is the opposite. It's pushing water up from the bottom, which is more efficient because then we can empty out the detritus and stuff through that.
Snorkel vault is what we call that.
Snorkel vault. You can empty out the detritus because that's lower than the bottom of this pool. So huge amount of bacteria can live in there, which we need for those guys because they're going to poop in here.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Marco, go back inside. It's too wet out here, buddy. You guys go back inside too. This is way too wet. You guys need to find a hiding place. Yeah. I know, Sammy boy. That's going to be our rain gauge for tomorrow. We're going to see how much that fills up. Chickens are all kind of going in there. Yeah, this is a deluge. So we're using the water from the barn right there. We're going to divert that into here, which is the rainwater system. So this should pretty much fill this up tonight. So this is 10,000 gallons here. Normally we wouldn't come from there, we'd come from there, but we're having to go a bit of a circuitous route. Really, Shelby? You're the cleanest dog that has ever existed, and now you're the dirtiest dog that's ever existed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Alright, we're going to give it a minute and see if the main rainwater system engages, because I mean there's a lot of water going in there for sure. We're just not getting it out yet. I don't think it's full enough to start pumping water out of there, so we're just going to give it a minute. So all that water from the roof back there ultimately comes into these tanks, and then I can pump it out through the rest of the yard. These tanks are buried about 2.5 feet into the ground, so we'll see if there's enough water in there to actually get them started. There's always a possibility of a snake in there, so gotta watch out for that. Yeah, that feels like there's water in there, I'm thinking. So we'll see. Let me see if there's water coming out, and then we'll get that figured out with that, so we can see if there's actually water coming out of that system. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure any water's coming out of there yet, so it's probably not enough water to do it quite yet. So now we have all of our rain barrels going into the pond. This one is from the big one in the back. So we're just gonna let this one run. It's gonna run probably all night, because there's gonna be rain all night, and we're gonna kind of fill this up. I'll monitor it tonight to make sure we don't overfill it, because I don't know what that would do, but yeah. So that's coming out of there. The ones out of the barn are going into the rainwater system. Woo! Doggies. This is a mess right here. We got a mess. We got a little bit of a mess going right here. Whew. Yeah. I think probably the rain is just starting for today. And you never know in this yard whew, how it's gonna play out. Because there's all this rain that's going down there. It's going to go around, and you never know. So I'm going to have to monitor this tonight to make sure we don't have a problem. But yeah. So for now, I think we're good. Thanks for watching, if anybody lasted this long, and hope to see you in the next one.